Hey everybody, back to the grind. Monday the 18th, and back in the routine. As you can see, keto stick, nothing. As I figured. And I put that dreaded extra pound, which gives me a grand total of 10 pound gained. Let me just look at my little thing here, because I think when grandson came or whatever, that Saturday that he came, I think that morning I weighed in, what did I weigh? Yeah, 181 that morning on Saturday the 9th. 181 that morning. I'm 191 this morning. So, 9 days, 10 pounds. Definitely no bueno. But it is what it is. And that was just like I said, it's not like I was totally threw everything out the fucking window. So, can you imagine if I had just thrown everything out the window and went balls to the wall? Shit, I probably would have gained 20 pounds in 9 days. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But it's the nature of that lifestyle. That's why it's a lifestyle. That's why you gotta stick to it all the time, because then this is what happens. But I'm cool. I'm good. Got up this morning and did the norm. Only thing I didn't do, or that I did, I should say, that wasn't norm, and I need to redo my alarm, is, I've tried to get back in, or tried to get in that thing of waking up at 5, give myself an hour to wake up before I actually get out of bed, because it just seems to work better for me. I feel more energetic during my walk and what have you. Yeah, and that didn't happen because I had a little bit of a rough night with my stomach was bothering me, and yeah, it was not a good night. So, whereas normally I would wake up around 5 anyway, without an alarm, this morning I slept until my alarm went off, which is at 6. So I didn't have that extra hour. I took a few minutes, I think it was like 15 minutes extra, to just lay there instead of just popping up out of bed when the alarm went off. But I didn't want to get too behind my routine, because usually I'm done with my walk 8:45, 10 to 9, and by 10 after 9 I'm already at the gym. So I didn't want to get too far off my routine, and with my stomach acting up last night, that crazy part of me, that addict, that negative whatever side of my brain was like, oh, your stomach's messed up, you're not getting good sleep, just, get up in the morning, take it easy, try to get your stomach back good, forget walking, forget the gym, just drive fast all day. Yeah, that's what it was saying to me. And luckily I didn't listen to it. And just got to the routine and got it done. My stomach was fine. Was it hard? Yeah, it's always hard when you get off. When you get off track, I'll say for me, a week or more, you're off track. It's always hard. Like I was looking forward to today to getting back on track, but physically, yeah, it's hard. My body was like, mentally I was like prepared and ready to go, but my body was like, oh man. So it was hard. Joints bothering me a little bit, which is normal because my body's got to now readjust to doing this again. And I have to purge my body of any crap I put in it. So I wish I could fast forward to Friday, because I know by Friday I'll be feeling strong like bull again. When I went to the gym, I could, at the gym I beat myself up a little bit because, the whole gym is practically all mirrors. And when I was walking, like I say, when I walk and I'm holding water, got extra weight, whatever, I can feel it, and it's always in my belly. So like when I'm walking, I can feel it in my midsection, And so as I'm walking, I'm beating myself up because I could feel it. And then when I got to the gym, and again, could be mental. Games I play with myself, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. But, I'm at the gym, the whole place is mirrors, and so every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, oh, yeah, I see it. I see it around my midsection, which 10 pounds is a lot. So regardless of how much of that is water, how much of it is fat, or what have you, is 10 pounds. So, for me, every time I looked in the mirror, I could see that in my midsection. Because I basically wear basically the same thing when I work out. I've got on capri, I guess that's what you call them, capri tights. This shirt. I have another shirt. It's that the gym gave me. So I basically always look the same when I go to the gym, and when I look in the mirror, I usually see the same thing. So either I was playing mind games with myself because I had just weighed myself this morning and was like, fuck. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, look at that. I see that 10 pounds on your belly. But, so it might be partly that, and then partly there's 10 pounds. Anyways, really the only other thing I wanted to talk about was, and this will be the last time I talk about it, because I know the last few videos I've dwelled on the whole grandson was here, I was off track, I did this, I ate things I normally wouldn't eat, la 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 la. And that is what happened. And I remember watching a video. I might do some snake diet Cole Robinson video binging today. Get my mind right with those. Plus his live is tonight, so y'all don't forget to watch that. For me, I live on the East Coast, so for me it's at 10 p.m. because I think for him it's Mountain Time. So for him it's 8 o'clock. And Eastern Standard Time is 10 o'clock. So watch his live. I can't wait. I'm gonna need it. But yeah, like he did a video, and I'm gonna try to find it and link it down below. I think it was 2017, like around Thanksgiving time, and he made a video and was saying, all you fat asses better not be gorging yourself on Thanksgiving. Something to that effect. It was funny, you know, like, for when I say funny, I find him funny, but funny, haha funny, because I find him funny, but also funny as in like eye-opening, you know, because he always does that. He always opens my eyes and opens my mind, and I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? Why do we do that? You know, the stupid shit we do just because we've always done it, our family's always done it, you know, whatever. And that's basically what the video was about, because it was around Thanksgiving, so he was basically saying, don't be a fat, gluttonous pig. But then was also talking about, you know, how we do that as a society. Everything is based around food. Oh, Joey graduated from high school. Let's throw a party and have a bunch of food and a cake. So-and-so's getting married. All this food and some cake. You know, anything. Bar mitzvahs, retirements, anniversaries, holidays, anything and everything where there's a celebration, shitload of food, cakes, desserts, food, you know, birthdays, all that shit. And that's what we do as a society. That's how we celebrate. Why? I don't know. And I'm sure it's been that way, you know. The Pilgrims and the Indians started that whole Thanksgiving feasting thing. Jesus and the Last Supper. I'm not saying that's a celebration, but I mean, it just seems like that's just the way things have always been. You celebrating something, you have a party, you have a bunch of food. Even like not celebrating, like funerals. After a funeral, they get together at somebody's house and have a shitload of food. And so, I mean, I know it's just society, and that's the way it's always been. And, you know, and if you were raised that way, you know, like everything's a celebration, and all celebrations, that's how you celebrate, with food. And I was talking to one of the personal trainers at the gym today, and we were talking about that, and he was like, yes, absolutely, that's how society is. It's unfortunate, but that's how society is. And he was even saying, because he's Puerto Rican, and he's like, even culturally, it's a thing, you know, because especially with, you know, like Hispanic, everything's food, you know, and family get-togethers equals food, family equals food, love equals food. Now, for me, that's, you know, technically I wasn't really raised that way. My dad was born and raised in Tampa, Florida. My mother was born and raised in Oahu, Hawaii. So my dad's people are from Spain. And then my mother's people are Hawaiian, from Hawaii. But both of those cultures, if you think about it, I mean, Hispanic, food. That's what you do. They love to cook, they love to eat, and that's how they show love, is by cooking all this delicious food. And Hawaiians too, you know. Hawaiians love their food, they love to eat their little luau's, and So a lot of cultures are that way. I wasn't really raised that way, even though my father's Hispanic. But that's his heritage or whatever you call it. But he was totally, like I say, he was born in Tampa, Florida, so he was 100% Americanized. So we didn't really live that way, with a bunch of food and eating all the time and but then when I grew up and I got on my own and got married, I married a Puerto Rican, and I don't know, that was, he was full-blooded Puerto Rican. His mother was from Puerto Rico, his dad was from Puerto Rico. That's how they were raised, with tons of food, and that's so. Of course, when him and I got together, especially when we decided to get married, his mom wanted to make sure, hey, this is the way he was raised. I was a stay-at-home mom. I cooked them good meals every single day and fed them rice and beans. And therefore she wanted to make sure that I was going to continue to treat her son as such. So, I did learn a lot of cooking, to take care of my husband. But even before that, because I wasn't raised with my mother, like I already spoke about that in a previous video, my father raised my brother and I. Once I got of teenage years, I was the woman of the house. So immediately into my teenage years in junior high, I was pressured by other family members, aunts and everything. Oh, you're the woman of the family. You need to learn to cook. You take care of your brother and your dad. And I did. I did. I learned to cook for them, and nothing major, simple things, spaghetti and simple things. And but then that started my love for cooking. Then I got married to Puerto Rican, and I started learning to cook, which I didn't always cook Puerto Rican food for him, but I made sure he ate good, especially when I was, had my first daughter, and he was in the Air Force, so I just stayed home and took care of our daughter and kept the place clean and made sure he came home to good meals and what have you. And just in doing that, I found a love for cooking and trying new things, different ways of cooking and what have you. I just found a love for cooking. So, as we all know, loving to eat and being a good cook and a good baker is a recipe for disaster. And that's pretty much what happened. And that's the way I showed my love for him, was making sure he came home to clean place and delicious food. And then even after, we divorced, I'm now sick, I have a single mother of 3 kids. And financially, I wasn't able to cook all the time and make all these, elaborate dinners and stuff. But I did, when I could, cook, which was usually on the weekends because I was in banking, so I always had weekends off. I always cooked, because I know through the week we were doing hot dogs and macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. So on the weekends I made sure I made them good meals, pot roast and mashed potatoes. And so, and again, it was just showing, my way of showing them love and doing something I love to do, and sharing it with them and cooking this delicious meal and then sitting back and watching them enjoy it. It was nice. And then I don't want to say sitting back and watching them enjoy it. I was enjoying it too. But yeah, so being a food addict and then being a good cook and a good baker is a disaster. But that's something, I digress. That's something I have to teach myself, because that's what Cole was saying in the video, is you can have all these functions and celebrations and holidays and everything, and you can go and you can participate and hang out and be with your loved ones and enjoy their company and everything. But you don't have to eat to do that. You don't have to eat to enjoy those functions. It's not a necessity to eat to enjoy the function. And, and if you've always done that all your life, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, whatever it is, you've always done that, and that's the way it's always been, and that's the way your family's always been, or whatever. Of course, after he said it, I was like, yeah, that's true. That's fucked up, But then you have to, even though you're like, that's true. Why do we do that? I don't want to do that. It's hard to break that, like even with my kids now, they're grown with kids of their own, and on their birthdays, that's what I want to do. I'm like, oh, it's your birthday next week. You want to come? I'll cook your favorite meal. I don't know. It's just what I do. So it's something that I have to teach myself. And I don't know. On their birthdays, can I cook for them and let them enjoy it? As long as I don't partake? I don't know. But it was eye-opening when I saw that video of his, to where he was like, everything's fucking food. Somebody drops their hat. Let's eat. But yeah, so I have to, like I said, be more conscious of that, and become more mentally strong, way more disciplined mentally. I mean, I'm getting there physically because I'm more disciplined, and when I say, okay, here we go, I make myself do the things. I'm disciplined enough to, when that little stupid voice starts saying, you don't really need to, you're not feeling good today, you don't need to walk. I'm like, no, fuck you. And I get out there and I do my walk, because I've been doing it long enough now to know that no matter what I'm feeling, unless I'm super sick, that if I'm just feeling a little off, or if I'm sad or depressed or whatever, that when I'm done with that 5 miles, I'm going to feel 100% better. And when I'm done with the 5 miles and the gym, I'm going to feel like $1,000,000. So I have the discipline to make myself do that, because through experience, I know it's beneficial. It's the mental strength and discipline mentally, the food addict side of me up here, that I need to get a handle on, because that's always going to be an issue. So yeah, I got to get a handle on that. But I'm going to be thinking about that, what I can do, and thankful that as I look down the road, there's nothing that little voice can use as an excuse to throw me off track. So anyways, I'm almost at 25 minutes, but I just wanted to talk about that, and like how crazy that is, how much food is a part of our lives. Society, it's just not just some people or just food addicts. No, that's how things are as a society, and if you get caught up in that, can be hard to break away. All right, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this because it's going to take forever for it to load. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm back on track. And I can't wait for this week to go by so that I'm back feeling good. All right, you guys. See you tomorrow. Keep fasting. Stay strong. Hang tough. And keep snaking. Don't forget to watch Cole's live video tonight. And I'm going to try to find that video where he talks about don't be a gluttonous pig on the holidays and shit like that. I'm going to try to find it and I'll link it below. Alright. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.